I try to help people and improve their lives when I can, but I don't always do that. Sometimes people come to me and I give them a little bit of my opinion or advice, and it just doesn't work. One of these was this lady. She wrote me an email, and she said that her life was just ruined. That she couldn't sleep, she had nightmares, she was depressed. And so I asked her what had happened that had caused all these things. She wrote me back and said that she'd gone to a dentist. And this dentist had put her under with some kind of gas. And while he was working on her, he had touched her inappropriately. And she said, I knew he did. Said I could feel it going on, but I couldn't move. And she said, this just totally ruined my life. She said, when I woke up and fully and got out of the chair, said, I called the police. And said the policeman come out and he talked to both the dentist and me, and he said that he couldn't arrest the dentist because there was no witness. It was just my word against his. And of course he said he hadn't done anything inappropriate. And she said I was just furious, and said I went home and I got a lawyer and I sued him. And the same thing happens, that I couldn't make anything stick on him because it was just my word against his. But she said my life has been terrible after that, and she said I don't know what to do. And so I told her, I said, okay, I'm gonna tell you what to do. I said, forgive him. Just forgive him and mean it sincerely. I said, I'm not condoning what he did. It's just that this is an example of something that nothing can be done about. So the best course of action you have is to forgive him and get on with your life. Well, she came back to me. Her email was, I'm surprised it wasn't on fire, because she called me about every name I'd ever heard and a few that I hadn't heard, about how she would never forgive that so-and-so who had ruined her life. And I wasn't able to convince her that she could go on with her life by just merely forgiving the situation and getting on with her life, because that would be the proper thing to do. So she's going to live in misery and suffering because of something that happened in the past, and something that she could let go of if she wanted to. She could let go of this and go on with her life and live a happy life again. But she chose not to do that. So I know a lot of people that are like that. They want revenge on other people who hurt them. And sometimes that's possible through the court system or something, and sometimes it's not possible. And when it's not possible, it's time to forgive and get on with your life. Because if you don't, you'll be the one that's suffering, not the person that did the harm. I don't imagine the dentist thinks anything at all about it now. Well, she may think about it every day and suffer through it every day, through thoughts of it every day. So kind of maybe need to examine your life and see if you have any of these old grudges that you have stored up and would make you feel a lot better if you got rid of. Thank you for listening to me.